Hey, what is up guys? We are here with a video today on how to deal with pressure in Mortal Kombat X. This is just one of the many videos we're going to do on this because this is a pretty broad topic. Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with characters that you're pretty much unfamiliar with, right? So I saw a lot of you guys bring up Liu Kang, and this character is pretty easy to defend against once you really understand it. He has pretty straightforward offense. That doesn't mean his offense isn't good. It just means that the game plan is pretty simple. One of the things you'll notice right away if you look through all his frame data and everything is that he doesn't really have any overhead attacks that are really that threatening. So his main overheads come from like back 2, which is just a single normal by itself. It only does 7%. One of the other ones is his 2-2 like that, and again, if you get hit by the overhead part of that string, it's only 6%. The last one is 1-1-3, which has 2 hits in front of it, so you can actually react to the overhead way before it's coming. So right away, just by looking through his strings, just by looking through his normals, you'll notice that you should probably always block low against Liu Kang, right? You just want to block low because his lows will lead to 30 to 40% when his back 2 leads to, 7. So it's almost always worth it just to do that, right? And that's 5 minutes of training mode work. You already understand the basics of blocking against this character, right? Now, not everybody doesn't have an overhead low mix-up. Like Liu Kang doesn't really have obvious overhead lows, but that's fine. This is just the example you guys brought up. So the other thing you want to do in training mode really is try to test out some of the strings you see that are really popular for this character and see what they are on block, see what they are, if there's reversible points in them, what their gaps are, right? So one of the ones that's really common with Liu Kang is 1-1-3. So you can see it's -4 on block, which is not bad, right? Which means you can't punish it, but it's definitely your turn after. Which means that your opponent's not really going to be able to hit buttons after. That's one thing to keep in mind. Other strings that you might be having trouble with, that's what you want to look at too. Like if your opponent knows how to do the run cancel stuff, whoops, or they're doing this string a lot and you don't really know what to do about it. This 4-4-4 string. Whatever it is, you want to look at it, right? One thing you might not notice is that if this 4-4-4 string, the last part of it's actually, it says it's a mid, but if you test it in training mode, it's a high, which means you can duck it, which is pretty nice to know as well, right? That's just basic information you can learn in just a couple of seconds in training mode. One of the things a lot of people have been asking, how do you check if strings have gaps in them? And the best way to do that is to set the AI to reversal mode with whatever their reversal is and do the string on them. So as you can see there, that 1-1-3, that really important string that leads to a lot of Liu Kang offense because he tries to do stuff like he has the 1-1 and then he goes for the low instead of doing the overhead part. So 1-1 and then I'll go for the low. As you can see there, if you try to reversal through the 1-1-3, then you'll reversal through that, or 1-1 go for throw. As you can see there, same kind of thing. You can armor through that. So that's one thing to check out and keep in mind. Same thing with this 4-4 string, as you can see there. Or you can check with some of those run cancels, right? Even though I did a run cancel and I try to keep it tight, one of the things that happens is that it's not actually that plus on block. As you can see there, I can reversal out of it. So these little things that you're having trouble dealing with against Liu Kang, just with 5 minutes in training mode, you can see that 1-1-3 string, there's a gap in it that you can armor out, and if he tries to do anything besides the 3 section of it, then he'll get hit by your armor attack, or you can poke out yourself. So that's pretty nice information to know, right? The stuff about the 4-4-4 string being duckable, the run cancels not being as plus as a lot of people think they are. That's important information as well. So one of the other things you can test also is, since that 1-1-3 string has a gap in it, that means you can backdash it, right? So that means you can get out of that situation. So previously, before you hopped into training mode, you might not have known that was a thing, but now you do. And now you know you can armor through it as well and go for whatever combos you want. Same kind of thing. So this is information that you didn't have before that you can get in just a few minutes in training mode, really. Now, not all characters are going to have gaps that are obvious, or their strings, you might not know what's good for them, but once you fight against it a couple times, you'll get used to this. So these are a couple of ways to check stuff out in training mode that you might not have known about before. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. There'll be a bunch more topics on dealing with pressure. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.